What's up, everybody? Today I'm in Brunei's capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, and I've got just $20 to survive the next 24 hours. No fancy hotels, no expensive restaurants, just pure adventure, local secrets, and hidden gems. Every dollar counts, and every decision could make or break this challenge. If I succeed, one of you wins $1,000. If I fail, I eat the spiciest noodles in Brunei. Are you ready? Because I have no idea what's about to happen. Let's go. First stop, Tamu Kiange Market, a place that's not just a market but a living, breathing slice of Bruneian life. Nestled right along the banks of the Kiange River, this market is where the city wakes up, where locals gather every morning and where the real flavors of Brunei come alive. Here, locals shop for their daily essentials, and the prices are so low, it almost feels like you're stepping back in time. You'll see people haggling with a smile, neighbors catching up, and vendors who know everyone by name. The place is alive with colors, sounds, and the smell of fresh food everywhere. Imagine rows upon rows of vibrant fruits, mangoes, rambutans, bananas, stacked high, and vegetables so fresh they look like they were picked just minutes ago. The air is filled with the chatter of bargaining, the sizzle of food on grills, and the laughter of friends sharing a meal. I spot a hand-woven bracelet, intricately made by a local artisan, and it costs just 70 cents. It's the kind of souvenir that actually means something, a piece of local culture you can wear. For less than $1, I've got a memory that'll last way longer than any fridge magnet. But the real reason we're here? The food. This market is a paradise for food lovers, and every stall offers something unique. The aromas are impossible to resist. Spices, grilled meats, and sweet treats all mingling together. Chicken satay grilled right in front of you costs just 50 cents a stick. The meat is juicy, smoky, and served with a spicy peanut sauce that's absolutely addictive. You could eat a whole meal for the price of a cup of coffee back home. And then there's Kuih Malaya, a sweet, fluffy pancake filled with peanuts and sugar, sold for just a few coins. It's a local favorite, and biting into one is like tasting Brunei's history in dessert form. My lunch today, $2.50. For that, I get a plate piled high with satay, a pancake, and a cold drink. It's delicious, authentic, and so filling that I can barely finish it all. Eating here isn't just about saving money. It's about experiencing Brunei's food culture at its most genuine. This market is the heart of Brunei. Families shopping together, friends laughing over shared plates, and vendors who treat you like an old friend even if it's your first visit. It's a place where stories are swapped as easily as recipes, and every meal comes with a side of local hospitality. I leave with a full stomach, a cool souvenir, and the feeling that I've just experienced something truly special. And the best part? I've only spent $3.50. Where else in the world can you get so much for so little? The value here is honestly unbelievable. If you're ever in Brunei, skipping Tamu Kiange would be a huge mistake. It's not just a market, it's a window into the soul of the city, a place where you can see, taste, and feel what makes Brunei unique. Here's a pro tip. Skip the usual tourist trinkets and grab a packet of local spices for just $1. These are the flavors that define Bruneian cooking, and every time you use them at home, you'll remember this market. Forget the magnets. These spices are the real souvenirs. The vendors here are the real stars. They're so friendly, always ready to share a story or a recipe, and incredibly proud of their culture. Their warmth makes the market feel like a community gathering, not just a place to shop. I even tried a fiery homemade chili paste. One taste and I was scrambling for water while the vendor and everyone nearby burst out laughing. It's moments like these that make travel unforgettable. With my wallet still mostly full, $16.50 left, and a heart full of new memories, we're off to our next adventure. There's still so much of Brunei to explore, and if this market is any indication, we're in for a treat. Next up, a city on water. Kampong Ayer awaits, and I can't wait to see what surprises it holds. Let's go. Total spent so far, $3.50, and trust me, every cent was worth it. Welcome to Kampong Ayer, the Venice of the East, but way more authentic. Over 10,000 people live in houses on stilts above the river, and exploring is totally free. We took a water taxi here, but thanks to a lucky bet, our budget is untouched. Walking the wooden walkways, you see schools, mosques, shops, all floating. Locals greet us with smiles, and one family even invites us in for tea. This is real Bruneian life, and it costs nothing to experience. The views are stunning. City skyline on one side, mangroves on the other. It's clean, vibrant, and full of history, over 1,000 years old. We spent hours wandering, learning, and connecting with the community. Our budget? Still $16.50. This is the ultimate budget travel hack. If you come to Brunei, don't just take a boat tour, get lost in Kampong Ayer. Next up, a museum filled with gold and jewels, and it's also free. Let's go! We're at the Royal Regalia Museum, and it looks like a palace. Golden domes, marble floors, and treasures everywhere. Entry fee? $0. This is the biggest budget win yet. Inside you see the Sultan's golden chariot, jewel-encrusted crowns, and gifts from world leaders. It's not just shiny stuff, it's centuries of Bruneian culture and history, all for free. There's even a replica of the Sultan's throne room, dripping in gold. The scale and opulence are mind-blowing, but the experience is accessible to everyone. This place is a must for any traveler. Don't skip it just because it looks expensive. We've soaked up history, culture, and luxury, and our budget is still untouched. Next stop, Gadong Night Market for the best cheap eats in the city. I'm starving, let's eat. Total spent so far, $3.50. Night has fallen, and we're at Gadong Night Market, Brunei's street food paradise. The air is buzzing with excitement, and the market is alive with the sounds of sizzling grills, laughter, and the chatter of hungry locals and travelers. Neon lights flicker above rows of colorful stalls, each one promising a new culinary adventure. The energy is wild, the smells are mouth-watering, and the prices are unbeatable. Everywhere you look, there's something new to try. Skewers sizzling over open flames, bubbling pots of soup, and trays of golden fried snacks. It's a feast for the senses, and the best part? You don't need to break the bank to eat like royalty here. I grabbed nasi katak, rice, fried chicken, spicy sambal, for just $1. It's the ultimate Bruneian comfort food, and you'll find it everywhere in the market. The vendor scoops fluffy white rice onto a banana leaf, tops it with a crispy piece of fried chicken, and adds a generous dollop of fiery sambal. Simple but absolutely packed with flavor. It's crispy, spicy, and insanely good. Best value meal ever. The chicken is perfectly seasoned, the sambal packs a punch, and the rice ties it all together. For just $1, it's a meal that leaves you satisfied and wanting more. Next, I try hati buya, grilled beef lungs, for $2. It might sound adventurous, but this is a local favorite. The vendor expertly grills the marinated beef lungs over hot coals, turning them until they're smoky and caramelized on the outside. Chewy, smoky, and surprisingly tasty, the texture is unique, tender with a bit of bite, and the flavor is rich and savory, with a hint of spice from the marinade. It's the kind of dish that makes you appreciate trying something new. Wash it down with fresh sugarcane juice for another $1. Watching the vendor press the stalks and pour the sweet icy juice is almost as satisfying as drinking it. It's the perfect way to cool off after all that spice and heat. Total so far, $4 and I'm stuffed. It's amazing how much you can get for so little here. Every bite feels like a celebration, and the atmosphere makes it even better. For the grand finale, we splurge on a whole ayam golek, rotisserie chicken, for $8, enough to feed the whole crew. The chicken turns slowly over the fire, basting in its own juices, until the skin is golden and crisp. The chicken is juicy, spicy, and absolutely delicious. Every bite is packed with smoky flavor, and the meat just falls off the bone. Sharing it with friends makes it even more special. Altogether, our feast costs $12. Enough food for a group, and we still have $4.50 left. It's almost unbelievable how far your money goes here. You can try so many different dishes, share with friends, and still stay on budget. Gadong Night Market is a must for foodies and budget travelers alike. Whether you're here for the flavors, the atmosphere, or just to experience something new, this place delivers every time. You could eat here every night and never get bored. There's always something different to try, from savory snacks to sweet treats, and the variety is endless. The challenge is getting tight, but we've got one more stop tomorrow. With just $4.50 left, we'll have to get creative and hunt for the best deals in the market. Can we finish strong with just $4.50 left? Let's find out. The adventure isn't over yet, and there's still plenty of delicious food waiting to be discovered. Total spent so far, $15.50. We've eaten like kings, stretched every dollar, and made memories that will last a lifetime. Stay tuned for the final chapter of our night market adventure. It's the final day of our Brunei adventure, and we're down to our last $4.50. Every cent counts now, and the pressure is on to make these final hours memorable without breaking the bank. It's a test of creativity, resourcefulness, and a little bit of luck. We decide to head to Tasek Lama Recreational Park, a lush green oasis tucked right in the heart of Bandar Seri Begawan. The best part? Entry is completely free, making it the perfect spot for budget travelers like us. As soon as we step through the gates, we're greeted by the sounds of birds and the cool shade of towering trees. The park is alive with activity. Locals are out early, jogging along winding paths, practicing Tai Chi in quiet corners, and simply soaking up the peaceful morning atmosphere. There's a sense of community here, and it feels like everyone is starting their day with intention and calm. We join the flow and start our own hike up the jungle trail. The path winds through dense tropical forest, with the city skyline peeking through the leaves every now and then. The climb is steep in places, and soon we're sweating. But the anticipation of the view keeps us going. When we finally reach the viewpoint, we're rewarded with a breathtaking panorama. The whole city stretches out before us, the iconic golden dome of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque gleaming in the sunlight, the winding river, and the stilted houses of Kampong Ayer. It's a $1 million view, and we didn't spend a cent to get here. We take a moment to just breathe it all in. Sometimes the best travel experiences are the ones that cost nothing at all. It's a reminder that adventure isn't about how much you spend, but about being present and appreciating the world around you. On our way back down, we spot a small stall near the park exit. A local vendor is expertly chopping open fresh coconuts with a machete, the sweet scent of coconut water filling the air. At just $2 each, it's the perfect way to cool off after our hike, and we can afford 2 with our remaining cash. We hand over our coins, watch as the coconuts are cracked open, and take our first sip. The cold, refreshing coconut water is exactly what we need. It's simple, delicious, and feels like a reward for making it this far on our budget. With that, we make our final purchase of the trip. Our total spending comes to $19.50, right on target. There's something satisfying about handing over those last few coins, knowing we made every dollar count. We celebrate with a laugh, holding up our last 50-cent coin. We explored Brunei's best sights, ate incredible food, and still managed to finish with money to spare. It's proof that you don't need a big budget to have an unforgettable adventure. This journey has shown us that Brunei is full of surprises for travelers willing to look beyond the obvious. From hidden parks to vibrant markets, there's so much to discover without spending a fortune. We found hidden gems, met friendly locals, and experienced the heart of the city, all on a shoestring budget. Brunei truly is a destination for the curious and the adventurous. We came, we saw, we conquered, on just $20. Challenge complete. And as we look back on everything we've done, we realize the real reward isn't what we bought, but the memories we made along the way. Total spent, $19.50, 50 cents left. And with 50 cents still jingling in our pockets, we say goodbye to Brunei, richer in experience and ready for the next adventure. We actually did it. 24 hours in Brunei for under $20. Thanks for joining this wild adventure. Your support means everything. If you want more budget travel challenges, hit that subscribe button. And because we completed the challenge, I'm giving away $1,000 to one lucky subscriber who comments below. Drop your best budget travel tip or suggest our next destination. Until next time, stay adventurous and see you in the next one.